And here we are again, another episode of the Fiend Cave podcast. We're doing our top 5 favorite, well, anything really. But on this one, we're going to talk top 5 favorite Danzig songs.
Because why not? We just did a Misfits top 5. You got to do a 5 of Danzig, and
they go hand in hand as far as we're concerned.
Well, they used to go hand in hand, and now they're doing a few reunion shows together. I don't know if they're kissing cousins yet or not.
Well, we can only hope, so I guess. But everybody, it's Richie back, and of course with co-host here, Sean.
Hello.
And our special guest again for this episode is, of course, our good buddy Brock. Say what's up.
Awesome to be here. I am very, very, very special.
But you got to comment, like, as soon as Richard said you're like a guy was coming over, his name's Brock, I was like, dude, like Eddie Brock, Venom? That's fucking badass.
I wish.
Yeah, yes, with the symbiote and everything.
Yeah, like I came in and I half hoped that like black shit would be coming off me like, hey, how you doing? I want to eat some brain.
Speaking
Have you
of
seen
that,
Spider-Man lately?
Speaking of that, have you heard they're supposed to make a movie, a Venom movie?
I have.
So that could
I
be cool.
hear about that.
That could be pretty
Venom
cool.
was always the metal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It needs to be dark or whatever. So
Oh yeah.
hopefully,
Totally.
I don't know if it'll actually happen, but could be cool. Anyway, yeah. So here we are again. Another episode. We're gonna do top 5 Danzig songs. This one's gonna be harder than Misfits. I would think, when you guys agree.
Well, technically, I think Danzig did more albums than Misfits did combined.
He did.
So-
Going through the catalog earlier today and, picking my top 5, it was like, holy shit.
And in fact, now, I
Yeah.
don't think I've heard the last 2 Danzig albums. I just
one of the last ones was Red Sabbath,
yeah, I
I
didn't.
think. Death Red Sabbath. And then you had the covers album, so, which was called... I had it wrote down, but damn it, I can't remember. But yeah, so you haven't, you're not familiar
Yeah,
with
the
those two?
last one I can't remember the album. The last album I listened to, like I owned, it was like the one that had Without Light I Am. That's the only song I can remember.
That was. Okay, I'm not even gonna go there.
Yeah,
but so the last one he did was the covers.
Mhm.
That one I enjoy a lot. He did another Elvis cover.
Sure.
Did a ZZ Top cover, which is pretty cool, and then he did the Red Death Sabbath, which a lot of people didn't like because of the production, I guess, on it. But it still had some bangers on it. I don't know. So
Sure, he's been kind of like back and forth. Like
well,
it's always Danzig, but it's just kind of he tries different shit.
he tries different shit. I think he's producing for the most part his own albums now. So.
Right.
So
But
maybe that's, I don't know. Good
I
or
know
bad.
for the most part, my lists are gonna like stick to the first 4 albums.
Yeah.
6 is also Satan's Child is a great album, so I'm sure that's gonna make some appearances.
They all are, but you could easily say the first 3 really could be just, as your number 1, I guess.
The first 3 are great. I love 4 is really good though.
4 is good, of course.
It was when he started trying some different shit and people didn't like it.
Right.
But
First,
all in all,
first 3 were kind of had some like bluesy type
Mhm.
kind of shit in it, which was it's awesome. So
yeah, it was
Yeah.
funny. Before we start, I was just gonna say like, well, I remember like the first Danzig album I had was Thrall Demon Sweat Live, which I got at like Record Town. It was like in a bin for $5. I was like, oh, I'll try this.
nice.
And dug it, and then I went back and picked up the only Danzig album they had in the place at the time, which was Danzig 2,
Yeah.
which is still my
Great album.
favorite album
Great album.
by
Such
Danzig.
a great album. Record Town, that's now FYE, right?
It was
Yeah.
FYE,
It was
and it's
FYE.
now gone.
Well, that
at least where I'm at.
Yeah, that FYE's gone, but yeah,
They
they're
always
still
had a good
around.
metal selection.
They did.
out
Oh yeah,
there.
they did. Yeah,
They always
did.
had a good metal selection out
Yeah,
there.
they did.
But yeah, so I got Danzig 2, and I'm like listening to it.
Mhm.
My mom's like, is this like a bootleg of the Doors? It sounds kind of like Jim Morrison. And she like picked up the case and saw him on the
Looking
back.
at
She's
it.
like, it's like a satanic Jim Morrison.
Yeah.
I was like, that's cool.
You're close, Mom. It's like a satanic Elvis.
Elvis.
Well,
Yeah.
he does have some Morrison.
He does,
He
actually.
does. He
Hey,
does.
I've never heard that
Yeah.
compared to.
That's a
but
good
yeah,
comparison,
you're
though.
absolutely.
That's
That's
around the
pretty much.
the dot. Yeah. So
Sure.
that's awesome.
So, yeah.
Briefly, talking about FYE, I was in, actually, it was the one close to you, the FYE, and it was probably about a month before they were getting ready to close, and I was looking at the metal
Mhm.
section, They had the New Testament, which is New Testament is
It's
fucking
awesome.
banging.
It's
Yeah,
fucking cool.
love Testament, but so I was like, oh, fucking New Testament. Do I pick it up? It's like, I already have it digitally. Do I pick it up or whatever? And this one guy's like, he's like, oh, they still have some metal here. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, they got New Testament. He's like, where's the Five Finger Death Punch? I'm like, oh. He's like, there it is, man. I'm
We're
like,
gonna go buy an $8 pretzel.
Testament. That's what you want to listen to. But anyway, yeah,
Right.
that's what you really want
Don't
to
you
listen to.
hate that?
Ah,
Yeah, we were talking off air
Yeah.
about, we went through the era of like Limp Bizkit and Papa Roach and that shit. And it's
Yeah.
still around.
still around. And each band, it's one of our guilty pleasures, I suppose,
Sure.
because I enjoy some of the songs from, let's say, Limp
Oh,
Bizkit
yeah.
and all that.
Like I was going through my CD case of just everything I own, and there's a Linkin Park in there. There's a Disturbed,
they wrote, Now Disturbed, I never, no pun intended, but I never got down with.
You never got
so,
down with the
yeah.
sickness. Oh.
I tried hot dog flavored water once, and that fucking.
Again, no pun intended. Yeah.
I knew someone who named their dog Limp Bizkit.
Oh no, poor dog.
Never got into it.
Yeah.
I wasn't,
They had a few songs where it was like, okay, I like this.
They made their mark on what
Sure.
they do.
They did, sure.
It's
They're,
like,
they're
you
still
know.
around. They're still around.
Right, and like when everybody was kind of like Limp Bizkit was becoming really popular. Korn was really popular when I was a senior in high
Of
school.
course.
Like everybody else is listening to like Limp Bizkit and Korn and stuff, and I'm sitting over here like getting into Danzig, like,
Right.
your stuff kind of sucks.
And
Mine's
that's
kinda
the way I
awesome.
always kind of was too. But I did really like Korn, especially
Well,
those
right.
first couple albums.
Sure, and I
are
mean,
fucking bangers.
Yeah,
but-
Korn's still like a solid band for the most part.
Yeah.
But they still kind of like moved into that new rock genre.
Right, the new metal. They were the new.
I mean,
metal,
like
but,
Danzig would even show up on like the Blitz once in a while.
Well,
like,
yeah,
they play
you hear
Mother all the
you
time.
hear Mother, yeah.
But like I
Um,
remember like sometimes when they do like the war, like they used to do a thing like on Friday nights or something where they'd have like a new song versus another song.
They still do that.
I think they still do
what
that.
I can't remember what they actually call it, but they actually still do that.
But I remember in '99 when Satan's Child came out, like
Mhm.
it was Danzig, one of his songs from that versus I think it was like probably Korn or
and
Limp Bizkit, and that lost.
Danzig lost, of course.
And I was just like,
yeah.
you guys don't even know what frigging metal is. You guys suck.
There's some people out there, and I don't want to knock them really, because that's in the '90s, in the early '90s. That's how I got turned on to a lot of metal. Was the
Sure.
our
Sure.
which is the Blitz.
Yeah.
They played Megadeth and Metallica and all
Pantera.
Pantera.
I love the
Pantera.
next
But then again, they
rotation.
played Smashing Pumpkins and stuff too, and that
Which is
was
great.
classic stuff.
Oh yeah. I
But-
mean, I'm not gonna knock that,
No.
but the newer stuff they would play is like this isn't
Yeah,
metal.
it's like if I was a kid today, it just suck finding metal or rock getting into it that way. It really would.
I
Because
remember-
occasionally you hear
You're right.
Back in Black. or whatever. So
As soon as I heard Creed on
Yeah.
Blitz, I was like, it's over. It's over.
well, and then how many bands came around that wanted to be kind of like that?
Yeah.
Especially with the first album or whatever when they came out.
Seether,
So
Hinder.
all of those bands.
All those bands.
So.
Every time I hear the band Creed now, not here, but mentioned,
Mhm.
I did see a meme on Facebook. It's fucking hilarious. It was
Mhm.
Jack Black, still photo of him in the movie High Fidelity.
Yeah.
And it said, if you start a sentence with Creed, it better fucking end with Reedon's Clearwater Revival. Fucking.
It better be CCR.
Yeah.
Man.
So that's
Yeah.
always funny.
Oh, God.
Every time I
Either
hear it, I
that
have
or
to say that.
sucks.
Yeah.
No shit.
Poor guys.
Oh,
So,
God.
but yeah,
But Danzig still doesn't suck. So that's
Yeah.
They don't.
that's what you need to take from this.
Danzig's still putting out albums. He's still touring, even though he has a love-hate relationship with that.
Right.
Still gets out there and
But the
does it.
fact that he's touring with the Fits, possibly.
Oh yeah, he
that's
did those couple
amazing.
reunions, and maybe we could see more. Let's fingers crossed about that.
We'll
but,
see. So,
But yeah, anyway, so
these are our top 5. Danzig.
yeah, we're gonna do top 5 Danzig songs of all
So
time, just for
much.
us, I suppose.
So much we can do with this.
Oh,
so
let me tell you guys, honorable mentions are longer than the Misfits list that we did. So
I'm gonna say right now, though, Mother does not make my list whatsoever.
Mother
at all.
does also not make my list, and why for me is because I heard it so damn much. It's like there's so many other great songs.
I'll admit it was the gateway because I
Yeah.
heard it and I was like, "This is cool. This guy sounds cool." And then I heard everything else, and I was like, "Mother sucks compared to everything
Yeah,
else."
I was the same way. It was like that was the first that was the first song I heard, and it's still a classic. But there's so many great songs, especially off that record.
And
so
I'll be honest, I want to hear Mother live or a live version of it because he's like gets really like Mother. Like I'm afraid he's gonna have an aneurysm one of these
he
days.
really goes for it. The way he turns that mic like all weird and shit.
He starts like
His
making
hand.
scary like grunty. Yeah, I'm like, holy shit, dude.
Anyway, all right. So
Needless to say, we do have a video of Danzig and Shakira that we'll probably be putting up next to this, or we'll put a link to.
yes, awesome video.
And
Awesome video.
ironically, it's still hard for me to keep my pants on during that.
I was waiting for that.
You know, I mean,
That was,
later. Yeah.
That was
Danzig,
a,
I mean, Shakira's so hot.
you know, blanket, fiddling under the blanket, you know, whatever works.
As we said on one of the other episodes, it's your pet possibly watching you in shame. So.
Oh, I forgot all about that. Cat just like
what is going on? What are you doing? I'm so ashamed. So
that's why I
anyway,
kick the cat out of the bedroom when that kind of stuff happens.
lock the door.
Lock the door.
All right, so
I started the last list,
yeah.
so
how are we gonna go?
I don't know. It's not me. That's all I know. Not it.
I'll go ahead and start it off.
All right, okay. Brock is gonna kick us off with this number 5 here.
And we start from 5, going to
Going
number
down.
1.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to start with number 5, Danzig. It was easier for me to pick an actual top 5 with Danzig.
Mhm.
I love Danzig. I love all kinds of metal, all kinds of music. Danzig is Danzig.
Right.
When you say Danzig, you're talking that language.
Yes,
Started
absolutely.
number 5, Am I Demon?
Oh,
Ooh.
such a great one.
Cool
Very good
song, man. Cool
That's
song.
that's off of Danzig. That's the first
Yes,
album, isn't
correct.
it? Yeah,
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yet another album somebody stole that I used to own. Oh my god.
What's up with people stealing our albums like back in the day or whatever?
Well, this one was a different person. They were like, "Can I borrow that so I can burn it?" I was like, "Yeah, but bring it back. It's Danzig. It's my favorite band at the time." And they're like, "Okay." And then the summer was over, and I did not have a Danzig album anymore.
It's like, damn you.
Which was funny because she's like, "Can I borrow Danzig too?" And I was like, "No,
absolutely
nobody
not.
borrows Danzig
Yeah.
too because that's my favorite album."
No. And actually, that was my number 2 on my list.
Am
Right
I
on.
Demon?
Top
Wow.
five, so
That was quick.
I
That
Am
was a
Demon,
quick one.
yeah. So,
Great song,
That's
man.
a really good song.
Great
Yeah.
song. It really is.
oh,
It
dude,
really
just
is.
just listen to my head. Like I said, we talking about goosebumps. Yeah, when I hear that, I still get goosebumps.
Well, I remember when I first got Danzig, the album Danzig, I had just been introduced to Misfits. I knew Danzig. I had like Danzig 2 and I think Danzig 4. But then like having listened to the Misfits for a while and kind of getting myself accustomed to the Misfits and what that was about.
Sure.
And then putting myself in the mindset of, okay, and then Danzig comes out. After listening to Misfits, Danzig comes out and this is what you get. And it's like, you know, you're used to like that loud, kind of like distorted Misfits sound. And then you get like
Right.
Danzig 1 where it's really clear. It's
Mhm.
kind of demonic and it's really fucking cool.
Sure.
And Am I
Right.
Demon's a perfect song
Oh,
off of
dude,
that.
Sure.
yeah.
To
That's-
kind of like,
That's how I feel too.
exactly,
Yeah,
to get
it's-
like the two together. Yeah, it's a great song.
Like I said, those first 2 albums are really bluesy.
Mhm.
A lot of great guitar, and stuff on them. A lot of great beats and stuff, So
Mhm.
yeah, that's like it's a gold mine that he did. It's like a perfect album. You couldn't do it any better. So
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah.
Excellent
Right on.
start on.
Plus,
this.
he eats cereal out of the bottom of fucking skulls. So, I mean,
Dude, he's dancing.
right. It's, like you said, you transition from Misfits
Mm-hmm.
to Danzig,
Mm-hmm.
even Samhain and shit, man. Just
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
yeah.
it's
yeah.
hard. It's
That's
hard to
hard
not
to
like
find
Danzig.
too. because I tried to do that because I was such a fan. I was like, I know about the band Between, but you couldn't find it back then.
Sure.
Yeah.
It wasn't something like we didn't have streaming services yet.
Yeah.
It was like if you couldn't find the album at Record Town, you're fucked.
Right.
So
So, and that was indeed hard to find. And then they do like a box set eventually.
Yeah.
Was one release.
they did, and it was always sold out everywhere. And I didn't have like $60 just hanging around. I could just grab it.
They had it at a place, and you remember this place? It was your way called Threshold.
Yeah,
Threshold.
Fucking
Yeah, you used to go to Threshold for all my metal records.
Yeah,
so
I remember seeing
it.
it.
They had it
And
there,
again, it was like I was a
Yeah.
college student at the time, and it's like I can't afford $60 for a cool, casket.
Threshold. Yeah, that was a cool place.
That's
I'm
where
I'm glad we talked about that.
I sold a lot of CDs to them, a lot of new rock or new metal that I thought was cool and realized wasn't, and I wanted money for it.
Shit. Yeah, I would go there and be like, or I'd go to actually the Best Buy, pretty close to it, and be like, hey, you guys got the new Cannibal Corpse or whatever? And they're like, no, we don't have it. I'm like, well, it says on the website you're supposed to have it. Do you have it? No. So just go right next door to Threshold.
Right.
Boom, Threshold
There
has
it
it, with the,
Do you want the regular copy or the special European version?
Oh, it's like they had the uncensored, copy with the cover and shit. I remember, Oh, yeah. Getting, like, worm infested from there. And,
Yeah, like, straight up, like, talking about Danzig back in the day, it reminds me of, like, Record Town and Threshold. These cool-ass, like, CD
the
and, like,
mom
music
and pop
stores.
type stores. Yeah, not the big chains.
Well, Record Town was more of a big chain, but, like, Threshold, or, like, we've got, I think, is Magnolia still open?
Magnolia is still up there. They're still kicking, yeah.
I've never gone there. I want to.
Support your local record shop.
Yeah, exactly. We got to get you to Magnolia, too.
That'd be awesome.
You'd love that place.
It's really
posters and everything.
Yeah. I need some new records anyway.
Smells great.
Dude, it's awesome. It's awesome.
The guys outside, they're awesome. They ask for money, and
always
give them $1.
Always, yeah. I always
on
Maggie.
It's awesome, and then of course you got next door to it. You have Scully's, where a lot of great bands have played too. Everybody from Wednesday 13,
Goat
Whore, to Cannibal Corpse played there once. So, which is kind of crazy in itself, as little as that stage is.
Right? Yeah, it's very tiny.
It's like what? You played there?
The only time I go downtown personally is those two places. Places to eat down there. A lot of good shows.
To eat. Yeah,
a lot of good shows, man.
Yeah.
Columbus, a lot of people for Columbus. Well, fuck you.
That's where we're from, man.
We still great, man.
Yeah, we came. Yeah, we're from it, and we still support it. So
absolutely.
So yeah.
All right.
So yeah, little tangent there.
Number 5 was my Am I Demon?
Am I Demon, which was my number 2.
All right.
All right. So I guess we're going to me.
To you.
Okay, so my number 5, top 5 Danzig songs this one is a classic, and like I said, Goosebumps, and it's from album number 2, and we'll say it's Her Black Wings.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's damn. Yeah, because I was trying to listen in my head to Danzig 2 songs. That is such a good song.
Yeah, that's.
And it's got that kind of bluesy to it.
Oh, dude, it's
the guitar solo is really good.
Oh yeah, it's a perfect song. Perfect song. So
it's just solid all around. Yeah. I love Danzig 2 just because it's not your Danzig 3 is great, Danzig 1's great. They're all great in their own sense. But Danzig 2 has that overly kind of blues. There's the one song that is a straight up blues song.
Just a straight up blues.
I can't think of the name of it, but it is the album is just solid all the way around, and you still get your bangers in there.
Yeah, it's if you're a metalhead and you don't like that album, there's something wrong with you, or a hard rock guy, or whatever. So
Right.
Well, I mean, I don't like Danzig for that,
For fuck's sake, he named a tour The Blackest of the Black after that song. After a line in that song.
Speaking of which, he's bringing that back since the album's coming back. Suicidal Tendencies is going to be on it.
Great.
Let me say, I knew
a lot of crazy bands, but yeah, it's awesome.
There's a trend these days where, bands will go and just do, a classic album. I don't know, I can't think of one, right off the top of my head. But they'll some classic album,
and they'll do it in their entirety.
They'll do it in the entirety in the concert. It's if Danzig ever decides he wants to do Lucifuge,
sure,
I'm there. I'm fucking there.
actually just saw that, and you and I were both at the Sepultura Roots
Yeah,
show.
it was great.
Which was great. They
It was
had
really cool.
they put something. This is going, of course, off on tangent.
Yeah.
But I was kind of upset to see everybody leave after
Immolation.
Immolation
Yeah.
played. Immolation was great. They're a great death metal band from a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know, one of the originals. So
It was. I did notice that a little bit.
yeah,
I really
and it's
did
like.
notice that.
And I read where the tour sold out like every other town for Roots. So it's
There's
like
a-
when you see it kind of empty, I was like, what the
A
fuck,
band,
dude?
Cryptopsy that I'm into.
Oh, great band.
yeah,
too.
I
Great band.
believe they're doing None So Vile in its entirety.
Oh, that'd be
And
awesome.
Yeah, so I mean, when bands do that, it'd be great, you know, if
I
Danzig would fucking do some shit like that.
Yeah.
as a
That'd be pretty tits.
yeah. As,
All I
as
can,
a,
all I
go
can
ahead.
think when you guys are talking about like bands playing and people walking out is just, of course, we'll talk about Rollins for a second. Rollins talks about he was on like the Lollapalooza tour. And he
Yeah.
was just like, we're up there at 4 p.m. and there are 3 guys out there in 9 Inch Nails shirts just laughing at us.
Dude, Rollins always said it. He's like, I'm like a ninja. He's like, people don't know I exist. I put out albums, poof, they go away. I put out books, poof, you saw them and they're gone.
With that, he
But
also
he's like, yeah.
right, and then there's another one where he was talking about he watched Marilyn Manson play at like 2 p.m. in the afternoon
Right.
in the sun. And he's like, it's some really odd goth barbecue. He's like, he's trying to get something started, but it just looks really awkward.
Yeah, that's one of those
That's funny.
things. If you saw Manson playing, yeah, it just like in the afternoon. And
It's like he's got fog machines going.
He's got,
so
yeah, that's just not something. It's like you say that for the night, or
You're
it's
looking around.
indoors where you can turn
Right.
some lights off. So
it's like I don't
Um,
think I'd want to see Danzig in like the afternoon. That's something you got to see at night.
I couldn't see. Yeah, he's like he's playing on a festival, but it's like at 9 a.m. It's like no, he's not because he
Danzig-
refuses to go on.
Danzig can't go out in the sun. He'll disintegrate.
That's
But
funny.
but yeah, I'm a very nostalgic person. I love old album stuff. So if he ever chooses to do like that album in its
Yeah.
entirety, it's like fuck
That'd be
yeah.
Like any of his
That would
albums in the
sell
entirety
out
would be
too.
great.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
So
That would be so badass. So,
Yeah, so
that
yeah.
was your number 5.
that was my number 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually my number 5. I'm not again Lucifuge.
Mhm.
I'm going with Long Way Back from Hell.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Opening
nice.
track. You just hear those like the opening riff. Fuck, dude. That just it hits me. I'm like, oh god damn it. I'm gonna listen to this whole album again. Like I put it on. I'm like I just want to hear this one song. No, I'm gonna listen to the whole thing.
That's the way some albums are,
Yeah.
dude. It's like you can't just listen to one song. You gotta listen to the whole record. So
And I mean, like, the guitar riff sounds so badass because it's, like, so long, and it feels like it's, like, up here, and then it goes all the way down into hell.
There, yep. That's such good stuff. Again, it's off that second record, which is classic.
It's full of
Mhm.
hits, man.
Yeah.
Full of.
He has an ability with his voice, especially in the early years, where he could just, like, wail.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I mean, like, he shows it on that album, especially,
Mhm.
like, that song, it's really, like, displaying what his potential.
Yeah, first album he did, of course that, but when he did the second album, he's like, okay, we
He
gotta
brought it.
we gotta bring it more. Like,
Yeah.
okay, you always gotta try to top it. In some
That
way.
might be, like,
So,
one of my favorite albums of all time. It's that good.
Yeah.
I
It
had
is.
when my first shit of Danzig was Danzig 2 on cassette.
Mhm.
Man, I still
yeah.
got it, man. I
So
used
good.
to rock in my fucking little white '96 Pontiac, dude.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You know, it was,
Hell
it was
yeah.
great
rocking
shit.
the cassette.
There's
Oh
good
yeah,
tunes on there.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
very good. But
that's awesome.
I could go on about that album, and I probably will, because I've got, like, another one from there. So I'll just leave it at that.
What was okay? So my mind's kind of blank here. Before we jump,
If I have to
Again.
consult the Google, I shall.
well, you might have to.
Okay.
But okay, so what was the cover for number 2?
Number 2 was just the black and white. And it's just
Yeah.
like his chest, and it
Yeah.
shows like
Oh, and
his,
then it has
his,
the-
his belt
The belt. Okay.
with the skull.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was thinking it was album number 3, which H.R. Geiger did.
That was How the Gods Kill.
Yes.
That's 3.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's a
That
great
was
cover.
fucking awesome. Yeah.
I'm not, but yeah, that was 3. And then
Yeah.
4 is like black, and it's got like some gray, like misty things going on.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
I
Yeah,
do
four.
wish number 2 was Shakira. Instead of Danzig.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right.
Just the cover is just like grass with like Danzig's skull in front of it.
Just like hanging down or whatever, or like a tattoo of it or something, and then he's like palming it.
Yeah. Got a fucking big ring on and shit.
Yeah.
Shakura! Whoa!
It's
Anyway.
a great album. Great album.
It is. It's a
Such a
great
good
album.
album.
All right, so that was your number
That was
five.
my number
All right.
5. That's my number 5.
All right.
Quattro.
Yeah. So on to you, Mr. Brown.
Man, dude, I'm going old again. Once again, Soul on Fire.
Oh, dude, that's a great
Hell
one.
yeah.
That
Okay,
one, that
'cause
one
then-
almost made my list.
Okay. You know, again, there's the Danzig when he I don't want to say disbanded from Misfits,
Right.
but when that was not happening and he put that shit out, man.
Yeah.
You know, having to get into it, of course, a little bit later. It's a great fucking album to me, man.
Oh, dude.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
That's a great song.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Everything from the chorus to
Sure.
like I said, his voice on the chorus. Kind of like the power chords, that kind of hit on the guitar and shit.
Absolutely.
So yeah, like I said, goosebumps. So it's like
It's
when
heavy,
the chorus
man.
comes around,
It's heavy. And you can always compare what he did in Misfits to Danzig and
Mhm.
shit like that, but you can always distinguish the two because it's a little bit more,
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
A little bit more.
There's a little
leather
more-
and
yeah.
fucking, you know.
There's more imagery. He
Mhm.
seems it's more of a he's actually trying to show that he has like a talent. Whereas Misfits is more
Sure.
of just like in your face. This is
Mhm.
what we are.
Well,
we
yeah, and
fucking
it was
jam.
it was
Sure.
punk, and
Sure.
all that. So
Whereas
yeah.
Danzig is like definitely a metal band. And, you know, he's a musician.
Well,
he's showing what his abilities
he's
are.
showing the entire band, which the whole band is no pun intended, on fire.
Right.
But it is all him. It's him, and he, if I'm not mistaken, he writes a lot of the music,
Yeah. And
So
if not all of it.
yeah, so. But yeah,
Soul
great
on Fire. Hell yeah.
yeah, great choice, dude. Hell
Thank
yeah.
you. I mean, like I said, if it's coming down to, I had the opportunity. You guys got me over here today. If we're gonna talk Danzig,
Mm-hmm.
we're going fucking old school.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Danzig 2 was 1990. Like I thought it was like later. It was. I don't know. Like for
Like
Danzig
maybe later
1,
80s, right?
88 was Danzig 1.
Yeah.
Wow.
So like I'm 8 years
87,
old.
88.
Wow. That's crazy.
I'm 8. You know, like I definitely wasn't listening to Danzig yet.
You wish you were,
I
but
wish
you
I
weren't.
was.
Yeah.
I would have been the most fucking death metal-y kid.
You would have been the most awesome metal kid, like on your block.
I'd
Yeah.
be like fucking watching Willow and like jamming Danzig 1. Yeah.
All right. So that was your number.
That was
Number
4.
Number 4. All right.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
You
well,
started it.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
losing.
See,
Same
it's
rotation.
weird.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Number 4. Which you're up now.
All right.
that's
So it's
you.
my turn.
I start talking, but you're the one going.
All right. So my number 4 on top 5 Danzig songs, and we're staying old school here. I have a
Okay.
feeling this is just going to be old school for the most part.
No.
No, not at
See,
all.
that, I know he's not. I
No.
mean, I dig it.
I'm
but-
working my way in there.
You're mixing your way up, and
We're gonna change it up right on my next one. I
Oh,
promise.
well, fuck yeah. Well, hell yeah, there you go. All right, so my number 4 is going back to album number 2, and that's "Tired of Being
Of course.
Alive."
Of
Oh.
course.
That's a fucking great one too. And I gotta admit, when I'm
Number two,
feeling
yeah.
down in that shit,
Oh goddamn, yeah.
because I tend to deal with my depression,
Mhm.
anxiety shit, I love to put that and jam that song on. It's a great jam.
Yeah.
So
Again, that was
So
one of
it's
those.
like-
That was one of those albums. Not necessarily like I put Collection 2 by the Misfits on when I needed to like work at super speed.
right.
Danzig 2 was like, well, I got like 2 hours that I gotta waste doing this
Right.
shit, so I'm just gonna put Danzig
Right
2
on.
on and just kind of chill.
Yeah, exactly. Just kind of chill, enjoy the music and stuff, and that's what you can really do with that, and including that song.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's
Yeah,
my
that's
number
definitely like
4.
a chill Danzig song.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So
Yes.
I always thought
Number
that
4.
Danzig, as far as when it comes to that kind of shit, they did it well.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Their lyrical content, the way that he performed it,
Mm-hmm.
it always meshed very well.
Yeah, his lyrics are awesome.
Yeah. Oh,
awesome. Still very dark,
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of horror,
Sure.
horror-ish.
Sure.
But
yeah, it
more
wasn't
personal.
So,
Yeah, got
yeah,
real
it was
emotional.
more
Yeah.
personal with
Emotional.
Danzig.
Yeah.
Whereas Misfits, he would talk more about like horror movies, like Night of
Horror
the Living
movies,
Dead,
yeah.
or
Marilyn Monroe, fucking
yeah,
all that shit.
Return of the Fly,
You
Rat
know,
Fink,
zombies. You
sure.
had all that,
and that's
shit.
cool.
So,
But
yeah.
like, it kind of showed his maturity. He was moving
Yeah.
more into like
as
more.
a songwriter.
Yeah,
and,
he's going into
everything.
actual subjects about like Satan and death and things.
Yeah,
like
more so as like a poet. I
Mhm.
could say, just
right.
writing down. But yeah,
Absolutely.
awesome song. So yeah.
Okay.
All right. So now on to you, Mr. Shaw.
My number 4. Before I go into that, because I always give off useless information that'll make everybody laugh or go.
Hey, I love your information.
This one I knew. Because I didn't know who Danzig was when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
In the 90s, they had, we all know in 2000 they did the X-Men movie, and with Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart and all that, and it was great. To this day, we just had Logan come out, the last Wolverine movie.
Amazing movie too, by the way. Amazing movie.
Right, still haven't seen it. Interesting side note, though, in the 90s, there was a plan to make an X-Men movie. Marvel was trying to make one, and they were looking around for like who they could get to play the parts, and at one point, Glenn Danzig was actually up for the role of Wolverine. He's about 5'3", 5'4".
He's a short guy.
He's hairy. At the time he was
had
growing out the mutton
chops.
chops.
Yeah, the mutton chops. Yeah.
I think that would have been interesting. I don't know. He was like he's only acted in like 2 or 3 things, but I would be interested to see what their plan was.
Did they ever do any film tests or anything like that for that?
No. In fact, the only thing we have is like Danzig talking about it, and there's like concert footage where he's sitting in the back, like before the show, and he's reading a Wolverine comic.
Oh, he's reading the
Which
book.
is kind of like that's cool.
Oh yeah. It would have been perfect for that because, he was more so back in the day, fucking ripped. But he was a little guy.
Well, we're talking like 92, like around the time of the cartoon, so like 93, 94. He was still built as shit.
Yeah, X-Men were, pretty damn big at that time, too,
Sure.
because, like you said, you had the cartoon, and then, had the comics, Jim Lee was doing the books. So.
Yeah, I don't know what happened of it, but I remember hearing that, before I even knew who Danzig was, somebody was like, oh yeah, they might get Glenn Danzig to play Wolverine, and I'm like, oh, metal guy, wait, who, Danzig, what's that? Oh, that's a metal band. Uh-oh. Like, metal guys? Those guys that, like, worship Satan? Uh-oh. I don't know if I can be into this. Nerd 12-year-old me.
I could see him totally have, like, the cigar in his mouth or whatever with the claws, wearing, like, a cowboy hat or some shit like that,
I'm sure there is some Photoshop pictures somewhere on the internet of this.
If not, there will be, of course, with all the memes and
Sure.
stuff, so.
But anyway, going on, this is where the turning point comes in. My number 4
the turning point
actually comes from Danzig 4, which the song is Until You Call on the Dark.
Nice.
Okay,
Which
cool.
is, it's got a really good opening riff, and it's a little slower, but it's not so much like a chill song as it's like he's plotting to murder someone.
Right.
Like, I dig that one.
Danzig 4 is great, dude.
It's a really good album. It's
really
dark.
was.
It's really dark.
It's very dark.
He's starting to it was starting to like do a little bit more industrial kind of stuff, like play around with that kind of thing.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't feel it, I remember, but if you're one of the hardcore Danzig fans, you could kind of see artistically what he was kind of doing with it.
Right, and I remember the music video for that was really scary, because all it was is just concert footage, but it's all in like hazy black and white.
Really?
And you can't even tell it's Danzig. He's wearing like this weird like armor. And he's like
crazy.
singing into a microphone, and there's like weird, sacrificial shit going on.
I never watched this. I want to go watch it now. So
now I'm remembering on memory. So if like I go and watch it, I'm like, that shit's not even there. Like I'm just remembering. I was watching like Canadian Music Station one day, and I remember them playing it like this shit's fucked up.
Was it like Fuse when Fuse was still around, or
it was when it was Much Music before?
Oh yeah, okay.
So
because back in the day they had some great.
This was like going on. We're talking like Mistress Julia era.
Oh yeah,
this is what I'm talking about. Like they played because they were doing like Danzig was doing something, and they actually interviewed Danzig, and they did like a block of all of his videos.
Yeah, because they would do that with each artist, because they had Hatebreed on there, and they would play a shit ton of like Hatebreed stuff, and whichever artist it was.
But it was funny because I saw that video and I was like, dude, that's a really good song. And my buddy was a metalhead, was kind of like, Danzig's good. Yeah, he's got some good songs. Like,
Right.
not as good as like Pantera or, you know.
Well, you can't. It's not even really
But like,
the same.
right? But
You
he would.
can't compare.
That was his mindset. It's
His
like, well,
mindset.
they're good. They're not Pantera, but they're good. But like, I remember him. Like, we were watching that, and that video came on. And he's like, "That's a really badass song.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to borrow 4 off you." I was like, "All right."
Yeah. Because it was on that channel with her hosting
Mhm.
that I saw Wicked Pussycat.
Yep.
I saw the video
Which
for
that was on that block
Yeah.
too. It was
And I
around
was
that
like,
time.
that's the first time, because I was, I'd heard old Danzig, but never,
Right.
the
Which,
newer shit. So.
Again, not on my list, but that music video just cracks me up because all it is like chick in like maid outfit crawling across the floor, licking
Leather, yeah.
Yeah.
licking like milk out of a dish, and then all of a sudden it's just Danzig playing with like a weird claw thing and like singing.
He has his claws, from like the album.
Yeah,
that he
and
has,
it's just like
so.
I really wanted to see what like the producer is like. All right, so we're gonna put this chick in this like tight leather and make her crawl around and like people getting whipped.
Yeah.
All right, what am I gonna be doing? You just sing and play with your claws. All right, let's do this.
The 90s were easy, man.
Yeah. Great concept for a video. Go. Yeah.
It was an awesome album. We talked a little bit off air. That was a little bit more experimental,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Industrial and
3 was massive.
3
People
was
like that.
Yeah, 3
That
was
to
like
follow
the
up,
last of like that. The first 3 albums
Sure.
kind of have that kind of sound and feel.
Yeah,
And
a
then
trilogy.
4 went-
Really.
4 went a different route.
Yeah.
I mean, like I think because it was a little different, that's why like 2 and 4 are kind of my favorites. So I like
Okay, yeah.
I go back
Such a
and forth
different
between
direction.
those 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that's my number 4.
It's awesome.
Yeah, hell yeah,
Good
yeah,
choice,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Good
Number
choice.
4 is awesome. Great record. It's still it's classic. The true Danzig fans, they love it. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, awesome. Number 4.
All right.
All right,
We're
so
on 3.
we're going to number
Numero
3.
tres.
Okay, well, again, this is a great one for me. It's awesome.
Mhm.
It's fucking rock and fucking roll, man. She
Yeah.
rides.
She rides.
That's. I was gonna put
Yeah.
that on my
See,
top 5.
yeah, I had to, man.
That's
That-
another one of those really bluesy dance
Yeah.
songs. Yeah.
With that drum beat, it
Mhm.
just comes right in
We're
with that.
back to
that,
1, man.
Very, very
Yeah.
solid. God
Yeah.
damn it! I wish that woman had not stolen my Danzig 1 because now I want to listen to it on
Right.
the way home. Like
You
you,
know,
bitch!
It's fucking great, man.
If you're
Well,
listening to
that album to me
this,
is-
you know who you are, and you
Yeah.
stole it, and you still have it. I'm sure. I'm calling you out.
It sounds very classic too with the
Mhm.
drums. So when
Absolutely.
those drums, it sounds
Absolutely.
very 80s. But fuck, dude, that is an amazing song.
You know, if
Right.
anybody else had
That
tried,
groove.
like, I would hate to hear a cover of somebody fucking that up.
No.
Because it would be so easy to fuck it
No.
up, but it's just right.
There's so many bands that have
Yeah.
fucked shit up too.
Mhm.
It sucks, really. I mean, when I play, I'm not the best at covers, but if I'm gonna cover something,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to fuck it up.
Do it justice, or
Yeah.
Do it justice and add your own little taste to
Sure,
it.
that's
or,
different.
and-
yeah, it's
right.
either that or
Butchering
go
it
up,
complete
yeah.
360 and do completely different.
Yeah.
If you're like, I can't do justice to the original,
I
so I'm
wonder
gonna do my own.
who would do a good She Rides? Fuck it.
So
with that
Besides
solid.
Shakira.
With
like
She can fucking ride. I'll tell you.
I don't know. You'd have to get like I don't know, like a,
you can tell from that video.
Sure.
like an old school like blues singer maybe. You know,
No shit, right?
I'm gonna say
that's all I'm
like.
thinking.
Again, you gotta go old school, but just because of the drums starting out, I'm gonna say AC/DC could
Nice,
maybe
okay.
do that.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
it's not-
I do feel I need to use the bathroom. Maybe I can try like fusing
Using your Danzig
Bon
with your
Scott
Bon
with
Scott,
some
Brian Johnson.
I don't know.
That's
Try
funny.
that.
That's
Might
funny.
blow an O-ring. I think I try.
Well, they got Axl Rose singing from now, so you
Jesus.
gotta kind of go that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
God.
Which again, it was so funny. Side note: when somebody was like, "Oh yeah, Axl Rose is going to start singing for AC/DC," I was like, "Well, that's perfect because I've every once in a while when I was constipated, I did go."
He has to have he has to have that honey though to like
Yeah.
his throat. So,
Yeah.
That's
Like listen to knocking on heaven's door. And like listen when he gets really into the like I do that when I'm taking a shit. So I feel like Makes sense.
Yeah, so
Okay.
so you're on your
Perfect
you got like your
choice.
phone with you. It's just like record that.
I might just do that. I'll just record it and we'll put it on the podcast.
Well,
I won't say what I'm doing. I'll just record
We'll
it.
just put the.
You might hear
noises
you might hear a flush halfway through.
Gotta flush it halfway through, make sure it doesn't get all stopped up. Alrighty. Anyway,
Yeah, She Rides. That was my number 3, man.
Number 3. Okay.
that's a fucking amazing song.
Yeah, it's an amazing album. When I think of Danzig, those tunes are immediate. Even Snake Child, all that shit. It's all great.
Yeah.
But when I'm Danzig, it's always that.
Danzig
yeah.
It's good shit.
Yeah.
It's heavy.
It feels-
Now I want to hear AC/DC fucking play.
Fucking cover that.
Jesus.
But you know
Not the
what?
other way
Probably
around.
another. Yeah. You know,
John Mayer would do a great rendition of that.
But not Fallout Boy. Fuck off.
Nice.
Jesus.
Nice. I second that.
Yeah. Other than AC/DC, I don't see anybody else, who could cover that song. So.
It's Danzig, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's
Great
an amazing song. Yeah.
That was my number 3.
Number 3,
Very
dude.
good.
Yeah, that could have easily been a number 1.
Sure.
Too.
Oh yeah.
Just like I said, that driving beat. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
All right. So number 3.
Mhm.
To me. We back to me. Or
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm getting kind of confused in our little circle.
It's clockwise. So that's all you gotta remember.
How do I not remember that? All right, so my number 3, and again, here we go. We're going back to album number 2.
Okay.
We're going Killer Wolf.
Alright, yeah.
That's amazing. Dude, his fucking lungs on that
Yeah.
song.
This is the thing that's cracking me up, though, is like every time you pick a Danzig 2 song, it's not one of the ones
No
I
shit,
pick.
right.
So it's just
That's
like,
good, though. That's great.
that's great. But
That's
it's like, damn, man.
That's
Shit.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's a great song.
It's a great
yeah,
That's
song.
a great song. I
Yeah,
remember listening
it
to that shit.
showcases him belting out.
Yeah.
You could really hear the Elvis.
Sure.
You really,
Sure.
and then the metal. So that's one of those
Sure.
ones I play for like my mom. Like, hey, check this out. This is Elvis, kind of.
I got
Right.
I got a
I like his
song.
voice, but the music,
Yeah.
I
She's like,
That's
what
how
sounds
ours
like
goes
Elvis?
down.
What is this?
Yeah.
Speaking of Danzig songs you can play for people and, actually that don't know it's Danzig, like, I got a song on my list as it comes up that I totally got laid because of it. I'm just going to throw that out when we get to it.
Like a string. All right.
Right.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
So that
don't
was
know what
your-
to say after that.
That was your number 3.
That's my number 3. Killer
Killer
Whoa.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm the whoa.
Again, before we get off the title, that's another one. I don't want to hear somebody else do that badly
Sure.
because you could
Sure.
easily fuck that up.
Who could belt it out like that?
Right.
I mean, honestly.
It's weird to get renditions or covers, what have you, from a
Right.
band like Danzig.
Right.
Mhm.
Because you're so used to hearing that distinctive.
Yeah. Now we mention it, I'm trying to remember even bands covering it.
I'm
this song.
trying to think of it too. That's why I keep bringing it up.
Yeah, Misfits definitely.
Sure,
a lot
sure.
of
A
covers,
lot of motherfuckers do.
but
But,
Danzig, no.
I don't
You
even
can't
think
think.
I've ever heard a cover of like Mother, which is
I don't
like
know.
the big
No.
song,
Okay, I take that back. On the original one, or actually one of the first 2 Guitar Heroes, when they
Okay.
didn't get the actual artist
Right,
right.
to
Get
do it,
somebody
they
else to
had
do
somebody
it.
cover
Sure,
it.
sure.
And that
But-
was...
But I'm still
Oh,
talking
that was
like
Fall Out
right,
Boy,
but-
I think.
Was
I
it?
I believe
fuck
so.
that.
I don't know. Fuck that. God damn it.
I remember playing
Oh,
Twist
right.
of Cane with Joey Jones a while.
yeah.
We used to jam that kind of shit, but
Yeah.
I can't think of a
But like, yeah, I'm thinking like an
A band,
actual,
yeah.
like, known
Band.
worldwide
corny
band.
artist, fucking
Yeah,
whatever.
it's actually done
That's
it.
weird.
I don't know. We'll have to Google that.
Yeah, like,
or
you think,
YouTube
like,
that shit.
With
But
as
it-
much as Metallica loved like Misfits, you think they would have covered a Danzig song at some
Oh, they
point.
hated Danzig.
Oh, really?
I was gonna say, wait a minute, what?
Wow, that's interesting information. I
April
didn't know.
Fools.
Yeah,
April Fools.
Fooled you. Gotta say it like Dark Helmet though. Fooled
Yeah.
you.
All right, my number 3 now. Moving on. Again, going to a later album. I'm gonna go with it came out at the perfect time. I was 18 years old. I just started college. I
Right.
just got my own car, and I had a CD player installed in it.
Right.
And Danzig 666, Satan's Child came
Oh,
out.
such a good
And
one.
the first track on that, Five Finger Crawl, is just...
Oh, Five Finger Crawl is
it's such a banger.
Yeah.
Like...
That's when he went a little heavier
Mhm.
and a little darker.
Yeah.
I felt like...
I talked on Misfits, the Misfits list, well, I don't even remember which one I said, but it's like, that's my I'm getting in a barroom brawl song. Like, Five Finger Crawl, like, I could see myself, like, cranking that up and getting all pumped up and beating someone's ass.
It's a great, because that's the opening track for the record, right?
Yeah,
that's a great opening. To me, when you make an album for, as an artist, it's important to have that first track.
Absolutely.
To slam people with.
And he knew what he was doing, because that slams
boom,
so hard.
that's a slamming track, especially for, number 6, number 7.
Well,
those were heavy. Those are heavy albums.
It was smart because people that heard 5, which wasn't officially released, because like his record contract expired or something.
Right.
You could find it, but it was a bootleg, and the people that had heard 5 were like, he went weird, like it's techno-y. It's not right.
It is.
So I'm sure when like he was doing 6, he's like, well, I don't want to lose my fan base, so I'm gonna. He's
kind of doing, take another turn, but
so like,
let's heavy this shit up.
Put Satan back in it, man.
Yeah.
As soon as they put that CD
cool album cover, too.
Oh, yeah. Such a great album.
Yeah. I actually have that autograph by Danzig. Nice. I did not meet him. I just found it on eBay.
You found it, yeah.
And so it could be somebody else that just wrote his name.
I got mine, Shakira signed mine.
She signed a Danzig cover.
She signed it with some titties on there.
That was a cool album. What year was that?
That was 99.
Okay, 99. I remember hearing it probably in 01 when I was a kid.
Sure.
Floating around. It was always a cool album, man.
Yeah.
Shit like that, again with even 2 and of course 1, shit like that really got me into dancing.
Right.
Even having listened to the Misfits for such a long time and that kind of shit. It got me shit like, Satan's fucking Child, man. And what I was into, it was the evil death metal bullshit and all that great shit. To have something like that and to see that, it was a cool album for, I'm sure, a lot of people.
That and the booklet for Satan's Child had boobies.
So nice. Like I said, he wasn't afraid to like have that. He's like, boom, this is what I'm about.
I'm 18. I'm fresh out of high school. I think I was still a virgin. I needed all the boobies I could get.
Metal,
we didn't even have internet yet at my house. Right. I took what I got. It was like late night Cinemax and Danzig.
That's awesome.
And then the nudie bag. No,
it's weird because it's hard to keep pants on listening to Danzig. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Shit, I don't even have one now. No, I seriously have.
All I have is Chucks on now. It's
got one
great
album.
Yeah,
but no, that's a great record. So many great songs on that record too. Like
Well, and like they show up on sound again. I think Danzig got smart, like Rob Zombie, and went, "Hey, I need to make some money too, so I'm gonna." Like it's on The Hangover. Like there's a song from that.
No shit.
Belly of the Beast is
Belly of the Beast is on Pro Salvation.
Pro Salvation.
Wow, okay.
Love Belly of the Beast. That version they did of the
he does
awesome.
There's a cover on Satan's Child of it's a Johnny Cash song. I can't think of the.
Oh shit.
13.
Yeah. Okay.
13, which is on The Hangover. Danzig's version of 13 is in the first Hangover because it's funny because I didn't like The Hangover, but watching it at the beginning, they're like starting and all of a sudden 13. So I'm like, this is Danzig.
And they play Danzig.
And it's funny because my friend's like, what the fuck did you say? I was like, this is Danzig, motherfucker.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was cool.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's a great record.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
was there any other movies? That
Pro Salvation.
The one Crow movie. They put that song on, and
I'm sure he probably like licensed something for the Prophecy 2 that he was in.
I was gonna say, was there a song in that soundtrack?
I don't know.
Or, because sometimes when they do that, it's like, hey, we'll put a song in the album too.
Actually, let's consult Spotify.
Not Google this time.
Not Google this time.
Screw Spotify.
Screw the Google.
Oh shit!
But that was my number 3.
That was your number 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's good shit.
Yep. See, I tell you, after all this, it's definitely going to be hard to not go back to where I came from, which is Cura's butt cheeks, and listen to Danzig, man, and Misfits.
Yeah, I'm gonna be jamming, some Danzig and stuff later on tonight.
Yeah, me too.
So,
me too.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I don't know.
I mean, to get back to on a broadcast to talk about that shit, it's just it's really cool. I mean, there's certain people they'll stick on certain topics, but having the episodes that you've had and then throw out some Misfits and Danzig.
Yeah. We're fans.
I mean,
who
better? Who better than to do that? Someone who's done so much since late 70s until 2017 with the new album.
We were just talking about this. 13 was on the first Hangover soundtrack.
Okay.
The first track on Hangover Part 2 was Black Hell by Danzig.
No shit. So
I didn't
he's
know
got
that
two
either.
on there.
That's weird.
Someone
in the Hangover apparently evidently likes
He was also he had a song on the X-Files soundtrack.
Really?
Yes, I can't remember the name of it.
Wow.
I think it was Deep, actually.
Okay. No shit.
Right.
Wow.
Well, he has. I'm gonna have to go back and take a look. And this might actually be on Spotify, or maybe it's not. But the lost tracks of Danzig. Has Belly of the Beast, because on the Crow Salvation, it was actually called the Underbelly when they remixed it.
Let's see.
So yeah.
Well, they have the lost tracks of Danzig, but it has nothing in it. Other than Pain is Like an Animal is the only thing that's in there.
All right, yeah, I'll have to jump on my hard drive and check it out because I have it on there. But yeah.
Anyway.
So he did that for soundtracks.
He did.
For like the cuts and all that. Yeah. So he's like, here you go. And bands used to do that too. Like Megadeth did.
Angry Again.
Well, yeah, but they came out with an album with all the covers and all the stuff for soundtracks. So it was called Hidden Treasures, actually. So yeah.
Do you have that one?
I do. I have
Really?
that. I have that record. Yeah.
Cool. Great.
Yeah. That's not one.
Yeah, you have a lot of Megadeth.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
You got tons of fucking Megadeth, man.
Love
great.
Megadeth. Love Megadeth. Yeah. But yeah. All right. So that was your number.
What was that?
Number three.
That was your number 3. All right. So going to
Satan's
me.
fucking child. I got to do 2.
You. Okay.
We're doing 2, right? Or what are you on?
No, you would be 2 because it goes 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1.
Okay.
Right.
You're on your number 2.
On your number 2.
I'm gonna switch it up a little bit on number 2.
All right.
Okay, Devil's Plaything.
Nice.
Kind of, not really.
Nice.
Maybe switching it up.
God damn it.
Devil's Plaything. Kind of, maybe, I don't know.
No, here's the thing. That's my number 1. I fucking love that song, man.
That's good shit.
That's my jam right there.
Lyrics are great.
The opening lines, it starts with that like it sounds almost like a mandolin at the beginning.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. It kind of
comes in gentle
slowly
and
starts
he
and
starts singing and then he jams and it fucking wails.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're again,
it's a great song.
I mean, why not? Why not?
We should have called this episode just like our top 1 Danzig album, which is album
Danzig
number 2. Yeah, because that's what it was.
No, actually, in Rob's case, it'd be Danzig 1 and 2.
Man, yeah.
1 and 2.
I mean,
with some other cuts.
Sure.
So,
There's just, like I said, there's so much in that guy's catalog and what he's done. And everybody's played with,
Yeah, he just rolled gold in those first couple of records.
Just pisses me off because I know that I got all these Danzig albums in my car, but I'll probably end up putting 2 in and just listen to that on my own. I know how I
want
think.
to. That's your favorite.
Yeah,
record.
it'll be like I can listen to any of the
Your
albums.
favorite album is always your go-to.
But I'll go
That's
to.
That's true.
So,
That's true. I have to listen to Season of the Abyss. With
Oh,
yeah.
dude.
Like I love all the Slayer shit.
And when you listen to Seasons of the Abyss, you gotta listen to all the seasons because you gotta listen to it from War Assemble all the way to Seasons.
Oh yeah.
And from Dead Skin Mask
and
everything in between.
It's easy. Is that how you feel with 2?
With 2? Yeah, absolutely.
See, that's...
It's like, we just listen to that one song. It's like we'll listen to okay, no, we'll go to track 1 now.
It's kind of like, in, I think it was like the first season of South Park, like they had the joke with Cartman where he's like, I can't hear Sail Away by the Styx. Like, if I start to hear it, I gotta sing that to finish.
He sings off fast.
It's like, fucking with them, like, hey Cartman, I'm sailing. God damn it.
Yeah.
And he's like,
that's how it is, right?
Yeah.
2's a great album, man.
Yeah.
I do like Danzig 1, man.
Yeah,
Danzig,
absolutely.
Self-titled.
Yeah.
I'm surprised 3 has not made an appearance yet. Surprised.
I almost, like I said, the honorable mentions
mentions
are
sure
so
help.
long. So
I don't know.
I know, actually, give something away. there will be an appearance of 3 on my list.
you just gave it away and fucked it up, man.
Fucked everything
Well, I didn't
up,
say
man.
Let's all go home now. We'll see you
I
guys
didn't say
later.
what
Podcast over.
song, but it will make an appearance.
All right, so. All right, so that was your number 2.
I also
was it.
said that there was going to be an appearance by a song that got me laid, alright? So, I'm enticing for the continuation of the
dude,
list.
if the chick is into Danzig, and no
She
matter
wasn't, though. That was the thing that was amazing about this song.
She wasn't?
She wasn't. But anyway, go ahead. Again, enticement.
Anyway, we're going to go back to
At this point, everybody's listening like, fast forward to what Sean's going to say on his next one.
Is there a fast forward button here? God damn it. No. All right, so yeah, we'll hit. So number 2 for you, right? Because my number 2 was I Am Demon.
Okay,
yeah.
So
okay. So yeah, we're at my so you don't have to fast forward. It's right. It's here already.
We're right here. Well, after all that shenanigans.
I'm just gonna say it right now. So like, first girlfriend I ever had was not into metal whatsoever.
All right.
She was into some mamby-pamby shit.
All right.
And I was just like,
Shakira's not that bad.
it was not Shakira because Shakira didn't really hit
Probably
yet.
wasn't out yet, yeah.
Wasn't out yet. She was still in
Well,
Spain.
no doubt was great too.
It wasn't No Doubt. I would have had respect for No Doubt back in the day.
Oh,
Hey man,
this must be real
Spider
shit.
Webs is metal as fuck.
Oh,
That's
it
all I
was.
gotta say.
That album,
Sorry, I'm not
Kingdom,
home right
was
now.
not bad. It's like, and then Gwen all of a sudden got money and became like, oh look, I'm gonna act like I'm a hip hop star.
Right.
Dude, you were ska. What the fuck happened?
Yeah.
You were hot at one point.
Yeah, back in the
Like back when you used to show your belly and you had the weird beat thing.
Exactly.
What the hell?
She used to do all that. Now she's a little different, but
Okay.
anyway, yeah.
So anyway,
off topic,
like we're like driving on an old country road in my car, and I'm trying to get some mood music going, and I'm just like, shit, she doesn't listen to. All I got is like metal. Driving around like, what do I do? And I suddenly was like, oh shit, I have Danzig 3, How the Gods Kill.
Oh,
What?
there we go.
So I'm like,
There
what
we go.
song am I going to play off this that I can actually get laid to? And it was my number 2, which is still one of my favorite songs, Sistina's.
Oh,
There you go.
nice.
Dude.
There you go.
There you go,
Like,
man.
it shows that Danzig has, like, a soft tender
Sure.
side.
Sure.
Even though he's
Oh,
still
yeah.
kind of talking about
Oh, yeah.
creepy shit.
Yeah.
But, you know, she's like, what's he talking about? I'm like, don't. I turned the bass up a little. But it worked.
That's awesome.
I did get laid because of Sistina's.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Nice. That's
Hell yeah.
awesome.
But yeah, really great song. I almost said the Thrall Demon Sweat live version just because it sounds really good too.
Oh, yeah.
But I kind of like the album version a little more. But yeah,
So we're on 3. 3 is a great album.
yeah, 3.
Oh, yeah,
3.
finally made it to 3.
Yeah.
It's an awesome album.
See, now, I thought before we kind of let the cat out of the bag, I thought a good song would have been for that, As She Rides.
Sure.
That would have been a fucking amazing song.
Well, that's
right?
more of a because it's got like the grinding. That's a good like you're actually having sex.
Right.
Like, I had to get her in the mood with Sistina's.
You can finish it with She Rides. And then when she leaves, you listen to Mother.
No.
Oh,
No, actually,
Exactly.
like, you know, you're trying to get Roadhead, you just suddenly crank in Where Eagles Dare by Misfits.
Oh, this
Or
is
if
so
you know
wrong.
that her parents are coming in the next 5 minutes, you know, you put on Green Hell and get to work
Yeah, there you go.
as fast as possible.
Fast as possible.
That's a great song, man.
Yeah.
It's a great
Right.
album. I'm glad
Oh,
you heard
yeah,
that.
hell yeah.
Yeah, Sistina's just
Yeah, great album.
it's
I'm glad
always
it worked out
it's
for you.
stuck
that
with
way.
me, which is funny because
Heavy.
again,
Yeah.
my metal buddy, I remember listening to Sistina's the first time with him. He's like, "Damn, this is pretty good." And then he heard that, "What's this shit? This is
Right.
lame." And I'm like, "I bet you someday I will get a girl in the mood from this song." And he's like, "No
Wasn't that
way!"
bad? Yeah.
And sure enough, I did, and I rubbed it in his face. Not literally.
Wait,
that was
rub
my
what?
lips.
Yeah, not literally rubbed in his face, but
That's awesome.
theoretically.
Theoretically,
All right, so
So that was
yeah.
your.
that was number 2.
That was
That was
2.
your number 2.
So
Okay.
we're
Alright,
up to
so-
number 1.
Okay, if I'm on 1, do you have? What was your 1?
I haven't said my 1
Okay.
yet.
My
All
one
right.
was Devil's Plaything, so I'm
Right.
already out.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I got. Well, man, I'm gonna second your statement just now. Man, How the Gods Kill.
That's a
That's
great
my
song.
number one, dude. It's
That is
fucking satanic as fuck.
Yeah.
I like it, man.
Yeah.
It's a great album.
Yeah. And it like that song in particular, like starts out again like
Sure.
slow,
Right.
melodious.
Again, the lyrical content is awesome.
Amazing.
You know?
Well, and that one's really cool because it like starts out really slow and then like all of a sudden like the drums kick and like it gets into a bang.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because you're like, oh, he's gonna get
And
all
then
sentimental and it.
Yeah, and then it has it has a really nice like groove going
It's
on
like
to
the
it.
calm
Nice
before
beat.
the storm.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. It was a rocking song for me.
Yeah.
If I had a playlist, that would be one to basically start my Danzig kickoff for a drive somewhere. You know?
That's a good one, yeah.
I like it. Was a great song. Fuck, man, the whole album was great.
Yeah.
I like the whole album.
Yeah, I just thought of one. Yeah, I'm gonna write it down so I got it for the honorable mentions. But yeah,
Absolutely.
great album.
Yeah, 1, 2, and 3, man. Those
So we did all
you
of them.
mentioned a
So
lot.
you already did your number one,
No, I
right?
haven't done
No,
that one.
okay,
yeah,
we're still okay.
I
I'm
gotta
sorry.
hear this.
Yeah,
Number one. So your number one's good.
Devil's Plaything. Yeah, I'm
Plaything.
already
All right,
out.
So nothing's changing here. We're going first, couple albums, but when we putting this song on, it's kind of like haunting once you kind of first hear it, and then eventually it kicks in, and that's Possession.
Oh,
that song. Possession.
That goes in the list of
the way they like chant it.
right. That goes in the list of songs that like I was kind of scared to play like late at night by myself because it's like they're chanting.
You don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh god.
Right at the beginning, you're like, whoa, what's
Like,
going on
don't
here?
play this song while playing with a Ouija board. Something bad might happen.
Glenn Danzig will come out and shit.
Danzig comes out.
Wearing packs, son.
Parks on, bro.
A fucking 12-pound inverted cross.
No,
Packs
he comes out and he's like, "Did you illegally download
on.
that?"
Yeah.
No, we paid full price.
Bullshit. Possession.
That's awesome. That's great. Great song, man.
Oh, dude,
It's
I
a
love
great
that.
song.
Love that
Again,
song.
that's
Yeah.
fucking evil, man.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
evil,
Gotta
Very
keep
evil,
it
yeah.
evil, man, and
Yeah.
he's good at doing that. Dude.
Yeah, first
He's good at
album.
doing
Great song. Yeah. Yeah.
Again, bitch, give me back my first album.
We will track you down.
I will find you.
That's horrible.
And I will find my first album.
No matter what state you are in.
I'm sure everybody out there is like, just download it. I'm like, fuck you. It's the
Fucking guy wants his help. We gotta help him out.
Like, it's too bad we don't have a bigger fan base. We're still like, suddenly I check my mail there. And it's like, okay.
Mail calls like, holy shit! I just got the first 3.
I got 12 copies of Danzig 1. Thank you very much.
Would be
If
awesome.
only.
Would be awesome. I don't know. A boy can dream.
Possession.
Possession.
Awesome.
Possession.
That's awesome, man.
Can't say it like that. Oh, God. Whoa. Yeah, we gotta check for some covers now.
Oh,
See
God.
if they exist. I'm sure they do, but it's like
Maybe.
we'll find it and it will be like Rammstein or something like that. Like
Right.
Holy
Right.
shit. If we find a Rammstein
What
cover of
the
Danzig, I will pee myself.
in your truck
Holy shit. I will pee in my trunks.
and drank it. No.
No, oh, God. This is not a golden shower. My name is not Donald Trump, and I'm not into pee.
Let's involve secure, huh?
No!
I don't know.
No! You! All around. All right, honorable mention.
I want to hear
Honorable
these. I'm
mentions.
trying to think of some right now.
Dirty Black Summer. Off of
Dirty
Danzig
Black Summer.
3.
That almost
Okay.
made my list.
That's a good song.
Bodies.
Okay.
Off of How the Gods Kill.
Sure. Sure.
Left Hand Black. Off of album number 3.
Okay.
Can't Speak off of Danzig 4.
Can't speak.
Can't
okay.
Speak. Go God of Light off of album number 7.
Snakes of Christ.
Snakes of
Oh,
Christ.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Look at the room now.
One of my I'm in a
Yeah, Left
depresso
Hand
mood.
Black,
If you hear Going Down to Die.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Then
dude,
you know I'm
almost
not in a
made
good
it.
mood.
Almost made it.
He has an almost made section too.
Almost made it.
I'm telling you, it's like
It's
this.
fucking
Dude, look at the
Dude, that's
section
a
right
lot
there.
of Danzig.
I
man.
will post a photo of my honorable mentions along with this.
Oh,
My chicken scratch.
what's the cover off of Thrall Demon Sweat? The Elvis cover, is it like Evil? Is that just?
I think it was.
It's just.
Yeah.
It was, right?
I was just listening to that on the way over here. That's a great one.
Yeah. Kiss the Skull.
Kiss the
Fucking
Skull.
badass song.
We talked about Twist of Cain earlier, man. That's a
Twist
great
of Cain.
song, dude.
Twist of Cain almost
It really
made it.
is.
Angel Blake almost made it.
Angel Blake's so badass. I forgot all about that song.
Angel Blake. It's like haunting.
Again, I remember we were doing a chronicle, like when I was doing my D&D and stuff, we did a Vampire the Masquerade where I made the group was trying to find an evil witch called Angel Blake.
Yeah.
And nobody got the reference. And I was like, God damn it, you guys are metalheads.
What? I'm the only metal geek.
Yeah,
here.
you said Can't Speak, didn't you? Was that?
Oh,
you?
yeah.
Okay, that was a great.
Can't
and
Speak
then-
is so cool.
And then, of course, Belly of the Beast. That almost made
Belly of the
top
Beast.
5. I love that song so much.
Did you ever
so
see?
heavy.
That was one of the first times I heard a Danzig song was on Beavis and Butthead.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
they would show music videos.
Right, back when they
Can't
showed
Speak
videos.
was on
Can't
one.
Speak, yeah.
Because they're making fun of it. It's like, what the hell? Danzig's like in a giant litter box.
You know,
Like
Beavis
cat
and
movie.
Butthead is great.
Again, all the memes with like him and cat litter and just walking
But
cats
this
and
was
shit.
before that.
Yeah, before
Like, it looks
yeah.
like a litter box.
Before internet and all kinds of shit, yeah.
I just remember them making fun that he was walking around in a giant litter box with cat poo. Yeah, I was like, I don't know who Danzig is, but this is pretty funny.
What's with him and walking, like cats, chicks are dressed as cats, I don't know.
He likes his cats,
big
man.
cat fan that I am. I don't know.
That's alright.
But yeah, so many of them.
He does like Hurley. You can't have enough Hurley.
Oh, yeah. Really?
He likes many things. It's Glenn fucking Danzig.
Yeah. I even put for honorable mentions the ZZ Top cover he did,
What was
which
the song
was
you did?
Rough Boy,
Okay.
which is a very, very just like low,
Right.
chill song. It's really good though.
Right.
No shit.
Off of
He
the cover
did-
album.
I looked it up, by the way. It was on Songs in the Key of X, which was the X-Files soundtrack of the TV show,
Okay.
which had like a bunch of different like bands, but
Sure.
he did Deep for that.
Nice.
But like that also had like a Foo Fighters song on
Oh.
it and a few other bands.
Nice. Have to go check that out.
Yeah, it's a good album. I
Yeah.
used to have it. I might still have it.
Talking about soundtracks, we were talking about Tank Girl last night?
Last
we were talking about
night,
Tank
yeah.
Girl? I went and I got the Tank Girl album, so
It's a great
I got
album.
it. So yeah, so I got Tank
See?
Girl. I
See?
haven't watched that in forever.
See,
so.
I was telling you, the
Yeah.
Bjork's not so bad. There's a decent song on there.
Yeah. Oh shit. But yeah. So honorable mentions. Anything else you wanna talk about? We tried to keep this one a little under an hour. Well, we always try.
Ooh, Wicked Pussycat. We were just talking about cats.
Oh, Wicked Pussycat. Yeah.
It's a great video.
Great video, great song. Yeah.
Pocket pool video.
Pocket pool video. That's awesome. Fuck a spank man. Pocket pool vid. That's pocket pool material. That's
I
awesome.
swear we're not on anything when we record
No.
this. It only seems that way.
I'm completely sober and like minus any.
I'm not. I'm on 48 PBRs. Man.
That's right.
I've drank
And still
consumed
going,
fucking
still
We
going.
have stopped in between filming and gotten him a keg of PBR and just let him go.
We just
He's
gotta-
wearing one of those like football hats. that
Oh
just has
yeah,
the
with
cans
that, like
on the straw.
with the straws. Yeah, we just got a keg at the cave. There you
Dripping
go.
all over my Samhain shirt. Talking about Danzig and Misfits.
Hell yeah. Damn it, man.
No, I think it's been really good to talk about that. Again, it's been a while since
Oh yeah.
rocked some of this shit out, man.
Yeah.
I've tried to stay focused on my own shit and
Yeah.
Well-
get back to some roots, man.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
and that's the
Oh, yeah.
positive, like, what we like about this podcast. We don't talk about, most of the time, we don't do lists of things we don't like. It's more
Sure.
things we dig so that
Yeah.
you can get into a positive mood, just
Good.
like
Right,
talking with your
Right.
friends.
It's,
and having
it's
a
just,
good time.
friends getting together and chilling
Right.
and talking about cool shit, laughing about it,
Sure.
Just the way we always kind of
Like,
envision it. and
the
shit,
first
so.
episode, we had a negative list, and it
Things we
we
don't
did,
like.
and it was
And that
funny.
was silly.
It
but,
was silly,
yeah.
but I don't think we'll do those because it's more fun doing the positive. Because
Well,
it just,
never say never.
Never
but
say
I mean,
never,
we just
but-
have so much stuff that we could do that.
yeah,
Why would you at this point?
it's more fun
focus on
talking about
negative
positive
shit,
stuff. So,
So yeah. So well, hopefully talking about Danzig or even Misfits.
Mhm.
Maybe when the new record drops, we'll get to go. go to a show.
I'm
Go see him.
interested in that.
Yeah,
Definitely
yeah,
interested in that.
yeah, it'd be awesome.
Sir, I haven't been to a show since like 2008.
It's been a while. It's been a while. Dude, I used to go to shows, and I'm sure it's probably for you. I used to go to shows like 2 times a week.
Sure.
3 times a week. When when you used to have mad cash, but I miss those days. But yeah. Used to go to all kinds of shows. So.
It's hard to go to them now, man. For some reason, Shakira shirts are fucking over $25.
Dude, she charges so much. I mean,
Dude.
damn, you paid $100 a ticket.
I think it was a bad thing showing him that Shakira video.
Yeah, that was great. I was like, I mean,
He's gonna go home and jam to
it's
that.
fucking awesome, man. Like, I had no idea, like, people were doing that shit with Danzig, man.
I had no idea what she said.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
Well, it's like the mindset's like you're never gonna see Danzig with somebody else's album, so fuck it, we'll make it.
There you go.
We'll do it.
And he's pretty spot on in that too. Let's be honest.
That was really
I don't know
good.
what she said.
Sombrero, Robert De Niro.
Yeah, I heard Robert De Niro. Jeez.
It sounds pretty
Wonder how you
good.
say Danzig in Spanish. Which, according to my friend Paul McPeak, in order to say Danzig in Spanish, it's just El Diablo.
Hell yeah,
There you
there you go.
Hell yeah. Oh,
All
hell
right.
Danzig, man.
Oh yeah,
Danzig.
so many great albums, so many great albums. So.
May you be plentiful in your metal making and your, protecting small cats.
That'll be another. Is that a meme that exists, or is that?
I don't know.
Well, it does now. Somebody
Yeah,
make
exactly.
I
that.
just made that up.
Yeah. So.
I bet though, if you broke into Danzig's house and tried to steal shit, he has those cats
Oh.
they're like attack cats.
I
They just rip the skin off your bones.
They're kind of like the zombie dogs from Resident Evil,
Oh,
but,
God.
but the cats.
They're all
There's like
cats.
these demonic cats. So, dude, I've heard stories about his house. Like even Doyle told on Jamie's podcast. Doyle told a story. It's like, dude, when I went over his house one time, this was not too long ago. I was like, can I use the bathroom? So we went, used the bathroom, went to wash his hands, and just a billion spiders came out of the fucking sink. And it lasted for 2 minutes straight. They were just pouring out. Doyle's like, dude, I'm not making this up.
So that Danzig basically lives in the Addams family.
It is.
That's the way I can-
So it's he's like another cousin to It, sort of, kind of.
He
Man,
pulls
so-
a drawstring and a dragon comes out.
He rides it to his jam room or something. It's like, whoosh, going to record. Album number 10.
You know he watches MTV2 and TRL wearing PacSun.
He's sitting there with his feet kicked up, why am I not on cribs?
Oh God!
Because
Let's just bask in the concept of.
He never was,
Danzig.
was he?
No.
I bet of all the
They had,
people,
they had Twinkie.
They had, yeah, they had a couple cool cats.
Yeah.
on
but I bet because you always saw the Cribs, all these rappers, they always had Scarface, The Godfather.
Oh, shit.
Danzig would have Hellraiser,
Spiders.
spiders,
Demonic cats. And he's scooping the box.
He's scooping the box for pitchfork. He's skewering.
It's all
Scary,
black
yeah.
or something, yeah.
God, I want to hang out with Danzig a little bit. That'd be
Dude.
great.
It'd be funny. You find out it's hang on, I gotta change. He comes back out and he looks normal.
I mean, which would you rather have though? Would you rather if you were to go over to somebody's house, would you rather have that, or go to somebody's house where it's oh, dude, it's gonna be so awesome to go to their house because they're this and that and everything. You go over and just see them, they're just normal,
Right,
normal than anybody else.
Yeah.
Right. I have a feeling
Yeah.
granted, he probably has crazy shit in his house.
Sure.
But,
Yeah,
probably
but he's a
pretty cool.
he's a normal
Yeah,
guy. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
anybody who eats
Yeah.
cereal out of a fucking skull is pretty fucking normal to me, man.
Got off eBay.
Got this off eBay. It's Chex Mix or something, or it's
That's life
Yeah,
cereal.
it's crazy
It's
fucking
like-
brand.
No, he's eating
White cereal, yeah. That's funny.
No, he's eating Mr. T cereal. Dude,
No,
it's 85.
no, it's gotta be
blueberry.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's gotta be blueberry all year round.
Actually, I have Fruit Brew.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Oh,
Where do you get
God.
Fruit Brew?
I have subscription.
We just have him drive it here.
Directly
Directly from General Mills.
Yeah, it's his monthly subscription or something. Shit.
Oh, that's
God.
great.
So, giving somebody ideas out there. All right, so any other
That's
mentions or
that's
anything
all I
here?
got.
All right, cool. So
That was solid.
It's a good episode. We had a lot of, this one and, of course, the Misfits episode.
Sure.
It's a great episode,
Good laughs, really good.
Laughs, fun times, so...
yeah, if you're still listening, put up your top 5 list.
Yeah, we want to see your list.
I really would be curious, because I don't know a lot of people. Like, I know lots of Misfits fans. I don't know that many Danzig fans. Like, other than, like, you and me and Brock and, like, a few other people I know.
Yeah,
Sure.
well, hopefully when we put this up, and I'll tag it and everything,
You're
hopefully we'll
definitely
get some
out there.
people listening. Maybe we'll
Absolutely.
get some hits. So,
Right.
So hopefully...
And if you're listening, I want my album back.
You better be hiding that, like in a safe or something. So,
Give it back.
it's like Arnold. Give it back.
Do it now.
Oh, yeah. All the one-liners he does. But, all right. So, of course, as always, we'll have our info up, at the beginning of the podcast. Mine, Sean's.
Ooh, I just thought our song that should be playing when you do the music video should be the Danzig and Shakira song.
Should we do
It's
that?
the perfect time, too. I think it's only like 2 minutes long.
Well, yeah, true. We could do that. I don't know. Yeah, it's up. Yeah, whatever you guys want.
There we
to
go.
play. Same for Misfits. So.
Right. Well,
So.
Misfits will do something else, but that would be perfect for Danzig.
Right. So.
It's been a
When we-
pleasure, man. I'd love to
Absolutely.
do it again.
Yeah, we'll
I
have.
love what you guys are doing.
Yeah,
man.
we'll
It's
we'll
awesome.
definitely have you
Much
back again. Like I said,
Cool.
metal, maybe movies or
Absolutely.
or
Absolutely.
whatever else. So,
Sure.
But yeah, definitely. This
Well,
has been
we
fun.
can go on the fly, too, so I mean,
Yeah.
it's nothing in stone. We can always make up a list.
It's
easily.
whatever.
I
yeah.
You know me for quite a while.
Yeah.
You know a lot of my crew, man. I know
Yeah.
a lot of geeks, metalheads, and
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
crazy
dude.
motherfuckers. So
Yeah, just trying to, just I guess get out there and stuff, and like I said, unity, kind of like just
Yeah.
get people on, and like I said,
We're living in the golden age of being a nerd about whatever you're into.
yeah, whether it be
It's no
comics
longer
or metal
frowned
or
upon.
yeah.
So
Yeah. Growing up, it was frowned upon
Sure.
to be, or
Nowadays-
even being a metal. It's
Yep.
like, oh, it's a scary metal.
we are
band or
we
whatever,
are
so,
the generation, man. That's what's walking around today.
yeah. So,
You know.
absolutely. So
all right, yeah. So we'll, like I said, we'll put up the info for your stuff too, for
Sure.
Whether it be church, your
Absolutely.
band,
Absolutely.
that'd be awesome.
or or your personal shit. I don't know.
Sure.
We'll make it up. But yeah, thanks for listening and hopefully viewing and all this stuff. And till next episode,
Stay frosty.
and stay metal.
I wonder how you say Danzig in Spanish.
Hey guys, we're about to play a new track from my buddy Brock's band, Church. Now there's no vocals in this one, they're still working on it, so it's just music, but it still kicks ass. So if you're a metal fan or even more a death metal fan, you'll enjoy it. The song's called Sure to Burn. Check it out.